Hello, hello. We start this vlog with us flying into Osaka, and look how cool the in-flight magazine is. I was also very impressed that I could read these Japanese characters. Quick tips for entering Japan: make sure you have Japanese yen cash. You will need it to top up your train cards, and some of the stations are so big that the walk between platforms takes a long time, and there's no Google GPS underground. Made it to Osaka Castle. That's not it, this is just the moat. It's over there behind the trees. Inside the castle was a museum telling some history from the Edo period of Japan. This was the view from the top of the castle. Gabby and I were then starving, so we discovered this French-style bakery and got some goodies which we had to eat standing up on the street before exploring the other temples, shrines and attractions of Osaka. This didn't take us very long. We saw everything within a few hours. Oh, pretty autumn leaves. Yay! We were hosteling it tonight, and this is our cute little room, but this hostel was pretty good for a shared bathroom situation. Look at this. We've got balancing lotion, whatever that means. We've got cleansing oil, face lotion, body lotion. We've got Q-tips, we've got hair ties, we've got makeup removing wipes. How good is this? Sexy slippers we got given. Woo! We then met up with Jack, who we were traveling with, who made us go to this Art Deco building to see what else but the Pokemon store. If only we knew how many of these we were going to traverse throughout our trip. Jack wanted to go to every one in every city we visited. The shopping centre also had a lot of other character themed things and this American baseball card shop. We then wandered through another shopping mall to the Dotonbori area, which is the famous nightlife district. I'm sure you've seen photos of these signs before. This was quite a bustling area with restaurants, bars, live music. And this is where we met up with our friend Dan. And finally the squad was complete.
Here he is. Can we see him now?
Oh my god, that's Dan!
We headed to this place to try Osaka's famous takoyaki octopus balls. These were delicious. Then the dinner antics began. Jack had bought us all a pack of Pokemon cards from the store, and I ate this beautiful corn and didn't film anything else, but it was a good feed. After dinner we headed to Round 1 Arcade, multi-levels, full of activities. We played darts, we did bowling, we did mechanical bull riding, we did baseball batting, there was ice skating, and there were these hectic Zorb ball soccer. We didn't even make it standing up in the Zorb balls, just knocking each other off. This place was so much fun and a great way to end the night. We accidentally spent hours here. The next morning we caught our first bullet train to Hiroshima, sadly the place where the atomic bomb went off at the end of World War II. We tried these strawberry crackers from the vending machine, which were delicious. I ended up buying more. They had a tourist bus which took you straight to the Peace Museum, a memorial for all the victims that died in the bomb blast. It told their stories, and most striking were these images of the city just before and after the devastation. The museum lies in the centre of the Peace Park, which is full of memorials and monuments, as this was essentially the epicentre of the bomb blast.
I know, right? Yeah, like the angles of...
Yeah.
This is the flame of peace that they say will burn until there's no more nuclear weapons left in the world. This is the dome building that remains standing from the blast. And just there is the bridge that was the target for the atomic bomb to hit. Isn't that crazy? At the museum, they gave us a paper crane for peace and were encouraging all countries to sign a treaty against nuclear weaponry. Stopped for my first matcha in Japan, a souffle cheesecake and a cinnamon bun for later, and then we headed to the Hiroshima castle, which I liked a lot better than Osaka's. Plot twist, the castle is just a big hat for this cat. Or just autumn leaves over the modern city of Hiroshima. Got myself a little zodiac fortune, so I'm born in year of the tiger, and here is my fortune that was inside. I'm just gonna have to translate it. Look at these absolutely gorgeous trees. The color is just unreal. I browsed the books while Jack went to, you guessed it, the Pokemon store. Hiroshima is famous for its okonomiyaki with noodles on top, so we had this at a local place for lunch and it was unreal. Back in Osaka at night, we ended up at this bar where we met the cast of the Travel Guides TV show and ended up having a blast of a time. The next day was Deer Day. We trained into Nara, the city famous for the bowing deer, which roamed wild everywhere in the town. You bought some crackers, said konnichiwa, and once the deer bowed for you, you gave it a little reward. The deer were very well trained and knew exactly what to do.
You gotta bow, guys. You're not bowing.
We explored more shrines and temples of Nara, flanked by deer everywhere we went.
Cheese.
So chill.
We sadly missed the mochi pounding for the day, but we stumbled upon gyu-katsu, the best thing we ate in Japan. This is like a panko crumbed beef that you dip in all these sauces, and God, it was unreal. Turns out gyu-katsu is immensely popular with queues out the door across most of Japan, but God, it is so worth trying.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
And we made it to Kyoto. Our hotel was fortunately near the Nishi market where they had matcha beer, Yakult sake, Yakult beer. We tried sake shots for $1 and were able to get a bunch of dinner and drinks here super cheap. So highly recommend coming here for a meal. We also got to try Kobe beef here, which was melt in your mouth good.
Should I get some fettuccine? It's al dente. Drugstore haul, I got more of these amazing little snacks, more strawberry and matcha this time. Matcha Kit Kats for me and choc orange for my dad. And Uji matcha, which is supposedly the best one from a region outside Kyoto. So excited to try this back at home.
The next morning we woke up to rain and we headed out pretty early to explore the bamboo forest. This was a little bit underwhelming. It was also freezing cold because of the rain and we came very underdressed today. We headed to a nearby shrine and garden surrounding it, which was actually really beautiful with all the autumn leaves colours, and especially in the rain really added to the serenity. Look at the colours of these trees on the hills though, it's gorgeous. We were absolutely frozen by this point, so I soon escaped to a Miffy themed bakery. Yes, that Miffy, and got this bunch of goodies which were actually really yum. Grabbed a matcha and a mochi, and then I was good to keep exploring. The Kinkakuji or Golden Pavilion gave us this beautiful entry ticket. This is a Zen temple completely covered in gold leaf. Super pretty sitting on the lake. And yes, I can confirm it is actual reflective shiny gold. Jack must have dragged us to a Pokemon store today, as I have this in my camera roll. The next morning we got up bright and early to head to Fushimi Inari, the famous Shinto shrine that runs all the way up the mountain. You follow this walkway filled with the vermilion torii gates. Keep walking, I'm filming. This was also quite a beautiful setting, especially the views over Kyoto from halfway up the mountain. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, and then like you can see like Fuji from there and stuff like that.
Back down the mountain to a family mart for an apple cinnamon coffee. Yum.
Can you feel the energy?
Yep, that was where we headed next.
Another day, another temple. Once again, the autumn leaves are the real star of this show. I think this is maybe the oldest shrine in Japan, but I could be wrong.
So let's go find food locally, and then there's like more temples.
There are these mini trucks all over Japan, and I absolutely love them, and I want one. How about me zipping around in this?
That's very cool.
We then headed to the Gion district of Kyoto, which is the old part of town full of traditional houses, gift shops, places to eat. This place was bustling and full of souvenirs.
So this is the temple over the hill of the Gion district in Kyoto. It's the view. And then this is the temple behind me that looms over the town from the hill. Pretty cool, but we have seen a lot of temples. We just explored the Gion district of Kyoto, and this is super cool. Went shopping. There was a Peter Rabbit store, which was really cute. I bought some sake and tea for a Christmas present. Pretty cool with all the wooden buildings, lots of places to eat and buy little souvenirs. So really cool place to explore. I like Kyoto a lot more than Osaka so far. This is the next thing I'm trying. It's so easy to snack and drink here.
I then went to check out the traditional Starbucks. Yes, there's like a traditional Japanese tea house, but there's a Starbucks inside. There was tatami mats on the floor to sit on, all the traditional wooden interiors, and this was the view in the middle of the Gion district in Kyoto.
Having a tuna and mayo onigiri.
Had to check out this shop because my friend is an architect. For dinner we once again headed to the Nishiki market. I got another dose of eel because I like the saltiness, and once again we were back at our good mate's noodle shop. We were best friends by this point. On our last morning in Kyoto, we headed to the Samurai and Ninja Museum. We got to throw ninja stars, which was a lot of fun, and also dress up in traditional samurai outfits. Jack's Ninja Shibu beanie brought the Japanese a lot of joy. We had these fantastic pancakes. And then our time in Kyoto was over. Time to bullet train it to Tokyo. I just made the train as I was waiting for a coffee from this hectic vending machine, and these were my train snacks.
Thank you so much for watching my Kyoto and Osaka vlog, and we're heading to Tokyo now, so that will be the next one. Stay tuned. May we all have the support that we need, just like this tree.